What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link discount code down in the description. Also, I talk all the time about my Glance LED, true life changer. If you're a sports fan, absolutely no doubt about it, you need to get one. I'm going to give you a prime example tonight. Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and place a bet on the Golden State Warriors minus 4.5 because I took the line early. I'm also going to want to watch LFA while this is going on. I'm also going to want to watch the Truck Series race, having the championship tonight. How am I going to stay up to date with everything? It's not possible unless you've got 4 or 5 TVs. The best way is through the Glance. I'm going to plug it in. It's connected to my internet. I'm going to tell it to update me on NBA, and I'm going to watch every NFL game scroll. No subscription fee. Lets me know what's going on in real time. All I have to do, look over, see, do I need to watch the game? Do I not need to watch the game? We'll change the way you watch sports, the ultimate holiday gift, and not just sports news, weather, stocks, all those things. Best price in the pin comment. Let's talk about it. Maximum Football. Now, I'm going to do a breakdown with this. I want to thank Hookup Guy for posting this gameplay. And I just want to come out and say, number one, you guys know I've been the long haul here with Maximum Football. When David Winter first brought the game back, when David Winter first went to console, when David Winter went out and got Doug Flutie, to when the game shut down. Let me first come out and say, this game looks as best as it ever has. It looks better than the beta, and that's saying something. Now, respectfully, that's also 3 years of progress to build a full football game. When you have a small company, when you have a company that doesn't specialize in sports, we should not expect EA level, right? No one expected EA level from David Winter. No one expects EA level from Access Football, which is taking a year off to rebuild their game. But you see little flashes of greatness in this game. The ball physics always looked good. But there's so much that sets it back. The gameplay still doesn't look up to par. Yes, there's room for growth. Yes, we have to be patient. In my opinion, looking at this and learning from what David Winter went through, consoles need to be 2 years away. You've got a lot of refinement on PC. I know that's what people won't want to hear, but to me, my opinion, you've got at least 2 years of building. The catching needs a lot of work. The interactions need a lot of work. We're going to get to those. The movement, by far, needs a lot of work. And what worries me about that is, having played so many games, having worked with so many gaming companies, I guess the best thing I can tell you is when you have a game that looks stiff, where players move rigid, that is very hard to get out of the game, because what happens is, as you get that out of the game, inherently the players become faster and the game moves faster. And then your fluidity may look better in open field, but as players come together, you have more issues. The best example I can give you is Access Football. So many people, myself included, say the biggest problem with Access is it simply plays way too fast. But it doesn't have the stiffness that a game like Maximum Football has. Now, potential. I know a lot of people want every football game that comes out to be the game that ends Madden. It's just not going to be the case. It's just not going to be the case. Does it have a potential to be your go-to football game for 20, 30 minutes on a weekend? Absolutely. It absolutely does. Which is why so many of us are so critical of this game. So when they come out and they say for years it's going to be free, and then we learn that it's not, that's why it's a big deal. And just one more thing before we get into the gameplay. The mindset I've seen from people is, well, join the Discord, join the Discord. You need to go be in the Discord. No one needs to be in the Discord. And I'm speaking specifically to anyone working on Maximum Football. No one cares about your Discord. If you want to share information, if you want to speak to the community, then you do that. You don't do that through a Discord. I'm going to give you a prime example. EA Sports has had their Madden forums for decades. How many of us are on the Madden forums? How many of us go to the Madden forums daily? Very, very few people in this community. You cannot push people into a Discord and tell them that's where the information is going to live. That's where we'll give you the latest updates. No, when you have real, tangible updates, you bring them to the community. I understand a lot of people work hard on this game. I understand some people in the community take it very personal. Listen, I took it personal for years. I can't take it personal anymore. I don't care. I just want a playable football game. And I know for years, EA hasn't provided that. I know for years we've been sold that. Go back to the Doug Williams game. Go back to the college football game that never came out. All the investors. Those are two separate games for those of you that don't know that. We really have not changed our core principles as a community. We want a football game that plays reasonably well. We want customization. We want franchise. We want seasons. That's it. So many of us have even let go of NFL teams, NFL players, and are willing to say, listen, just give us the ability to have a sandbox to create in, and we'll be okay. All Pro Football 2K8, understand, should not still be the standard, and yet it is. And I know there are a bunch of people that are going to look at this gameplay, and they're going to say this game looks awful. This game looks like trash, and I'm never, ever going to give it a download. And that is the problem. The people that judge this game based on what they show after 3 years of work, and again, having worked on this game and worked with David Winter for so long, I can look at this game and I can tell you, and I'm about to show you, that things very much stayed the same. We're going to take a look at this interception here. Okay, and as I said, one of the biggest problems with sports games is the stiffness and lack of response of players. And yet here we are, watching a player standing still, standing absolutely still, not reacting to anything until the ball gets thrown. Go back to Madden. I don't mind that this is an interception. I don't mind that this is a dropped interception. I don't mind that this is a deflection. I don't mind that the player mistimes it, goes over his head, gets caught. None of those scenarios matter to me. What matters to me is that a player stood still and then was able to jump up and intercept a pass. Don't talk to me about passing trajectory. Don't talk to me about pass leading. Don't talk to me about you didn't lead the receiver proper. You didn't arc your pass high enough. None of those things. Because the optics of a linebacker standing still on the field, other than just moving his feet up and down, which is an animation for their feet, does not happen. In real life, in real football, when you're learning to read a defense, you're keying on those movements. You want this player to move outside to put that pass inside. Likewise, you want that player to move inside to push the pass to the outside. When you have players standing still, you get exploitable defenses every single time, and you get reactions like this, which we begged for EA to remove from Madden for decades. So why is it okay now? And spare me that it's just one play. It's not just one play, the same as it isn't just one play with Madden. It is programming logic. A player went from standing still to leaping in the air to get an interception. Moreover, you take a look at this tackle. I can't define to you what's wrong here, but visually it doesn't look good. You need more interactions with linemen, both offensively and defensively. For years, we've went back to All-Pro football and we said, listen, have the halfback interact with the offensive lineman. Let them run up and put a hand on the offensive lineman. Let them try to steer the offensive lineman. Instead, we just get running into a gap and then a tackle that happens. Either one of these situations, whether you're the offense and you want to learn to break the run, or you're the defense and you want to learn to replicate this interception, you cannot look at these plays and tangibly learn anything. It is just something that happened. You can't go back and say, well, the next time I'm going to avoid this interception, or the next time I'm going to get that interception. You can't say the next time I hit that gap, I'm going to miss that tackle, or the next time I hit that gap, I'm going to avoid that tackle. Because this is fundamentally basic gameplay, animation-dependent gameplay. And we're seeing it on display with less animations and less movement. That is a recipe for a bad football game. We know this because EA Sports has followed that recipe to a T for the last 30 years. I would love to know your thoughts on this. I appreciate you watching. And you know, when there's all new footage out, when there's a whole new game coming out for me to break down, there is no way that I will not be back in the week with more commentary.